YouTube, what's going on? This video I want to talk about stopping your addiction to ejaculation. Most men, I would say 95% of men are addicted to ejaculation in the sense that if they're having intercourse, they want to end the intercourse with ejaculation. If they're watching pornography, they want to end the pornography session 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 with ejaculation. Otherwise, to them, it's incomplete and it's unsatisfactory. But it just doesn't make sense. Like, you are losing energy. There are certain proteins in your semen. It takes a lot to produce 1 drop of semen, and then you're just wasting it each and every single time you have sex. So to me, people try and bash the porn watchers and things like that. But in my opinion, if you are having sex and every time you're having sex, you are ejaculating, you're in the same category. You're just wasting energy left, right, and center. Unless, of course, you're trying to procreate, because in my journey, I've got to a stage where I see no purpose to ejaculation unless I am trying to procreate. Yes, there are some who, because especially when you can master, especially when you learn the difference between orgasm and ejaculation. You can orgasm, feel the sensations as a typical ejaculation, but you don't ejaculate, nothing actually comes out. But I'm not going to speak so much about that in this video, but not mastering non-ejaculatory orgasm is going to change everything, because then you're no longer going to want to spill your seed and waste your energy. It literally makes no sense. You get stronger each time you have. So this is why when it comes to semen retention, I always say semen retention is easy, because let me say it's hard at first, but then it becomes easy, because all you have to do is stop watching porn, stop beating yourself, then stop beating your meat. Let me clarify that. And either you're staying celibate, you're not approaching women, and that's it. Like, that's all you have to do. But what is more difficult than that is practicing semen retention whilst you are in a relationship or whilst you are sexually active. That is way more difficult, because you're actually engaging and you're saying no to your desires at that point. So that's why I say it's easy. If you're an alcoholic, for example, and I put vodka, whiskey, and rum on the table, and it's there in your house, you're gonna be it's more difficult to say no to the alcohol when it's right there, versus if you just don't go to the supermarket. So right now, I don't drink alcohol, but I've got vodka in the cupboard over there. I'm not gonna drink it because I don't have it. Like, can you have it beside you and say no? Like, if you think of ejaculation control is the next step of semen retention. Is that you're with a woman, you're being intimate with her, but you're still holding on to your seed, because your seed is valuable in your eyes. If you don't see your seed as valuable, you can never master non-ejaculatory orgasms. If you see it as valuable, like, the only purpose is to procreate. There's no other purpose for it. And once you master non-ejaculatory orgasms, you see the point. So even if I'm engaging in intercourse, I do not give the woman the satisfaction of seeing my seed. And yes, some women, it damages their egos. And the thing is, I may choose to orgasm, but again, I wouldn't want a woman who's not my wife to see me in pleasure. Okay. So this is from the Tao, I should say, from one of the many books that I read. And again, what you believe is what you perceive. So I'm just going to speak to these words. This is from the Canon of Taoist Wisdom, collected by Emperor Tang. If a man has intercourse once without spilling his seed, his vital essence is strengthened. If he does this twice, his hearing and vision are made clear. If 3 times, all his physical illness will disappear. The 4th time, he will begin to feel inner peace. The 5th time, his blood will circulate powerfully. The 6th time, his genitals will gain new prowess. By the 7th, his thighs and buttocks will become firm. The 8th time, his entire body will radiate good health. The 9th time, his lifespan will be increased. Like, you're having intercourse and you are withholding. You are a 1% man, less than 1% man. Most men cannot do that. You're having intercourse and withholding. So if I am engaging with a new woman, I am not gonna let her see my seed. She can think it's not satisfying me, even though it very well may be, but she can think she's not gonna see my seed until at least the 10th time. That's the kind of mindset you have to have around this. She's never met a man like you. These men come the first time, they come again and again, and yeah, they have all this energy and they're just wasting it. She doesn't respect that. If you don't have control over your ejaculation, she's not gonna respect you. It's just that simple. And then when she meets a man who can control his semen and the act of sex isn't signaled by his ejaculation, then she's just gonna continue to chase you. I've seen it time and time again, guys. And the thing is, so again, I just mastered what I've mastered. People might have different things, but I can orgasm with nothing coming out. I can feel the sensations of like the old ejaculation, but it's just the orgasm, nothing comes out. And typically, I do want to stop, but I can continue if I choose to, because orgasm still takes energy. Sex takes energy in general. Like it's an action. Sex takes energy. Sex is cardio. Orgasm is going to take energy, but it's also going to give you energy. But if you do it too much, that I think the max I've gone is like 4 times in a single session, and I didn't spill any seed. That's what I'm saying. It's superior. Like you don't have to, and it's hard for me to explain how I do it. I was trying to explain it to someone, but there's certain techniques, and again, you just need to get into Taoist philosophy. You need to read all the books by Mantak Chia. You need to internalize the practices. I always say, whatever you see, whatever you believe is what you perceive. Whatever you perceive, like if you don't believe in ghosts, you will never see ghosts. But if you believe in ghosts, and then you're in this situation, you're going to see it. And there's a movie, Limitless. Anything you read, anything you've read, it's all in your mind. It's all in your subconscious. So if you don't read the literature, it's not even going to be there. So it's important that you just read the literature and get it ingrained in you. And when English is so hard for me, and when you get to that place, then you'll be able to, like the theory's there, then you'll be able to put it into practice. I hope I explained that well. But yeah, that's the video. Let's go.